You said a very important thing, which was when something goes wrong in the future on some other app, your child will talk to you. So it's like you are building bridges for the future so that they can communicate, or how are you approaching that?
No, I think the bridges is important, right? So think about, there's a ton of analogies. So when I was a kid, for example, one of the things that I vividly remember is going through with my brother, my sister, my mom, and my dad, and memorizing our phone number. And I 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that age level. And I just remember like over and over, like writing it down, getting quizzed, and there's a good hour or two. And there are those moments, much like the internet, it's not a matter of if, of when. It's not to say something bad is going to happen. Think about in schools, how many times we go through a fire drill. How many times you go over like, hey, if there's an emergency, what number do you call? If you need help, who do you reach out to? And those conversations happen all the time. With the internet, same kind of thing. Hey, if you're on an app and someone asks you to send an image and you're uncomfortable with it, what do you say? If you're on an app and someone reaches out and you don't know them, how do you respond? And so I think having those conversations with young people in particular, there's a fear of, if that happens and someone asks me to do something that I know is wrong, am I more worried about telling my parents because they're going to take my device away and I'm going to get in trouble? Or are they going to be more excited about the fact that I actually shared with them, hey, here's what's going on? And so understanding where kids are at, I think some kids are better at being more open and transparent with their parents. I think others are more independent, right? I'm going to figure this out on my own. And at some point, if there's an opportunity where it's like, hey, I really need help, like I hope that's when they can reach out to me. Back to your earlier question in terms of parents not being tech savvy, I think the one thing that we really undervalue as adults is that we have a lot of life experience. We have experience with relationships, we have experience with money, communication, friendships, you name it. And that experience can play very heavily in how we inform young people in terms of what happens within social media, right? A lot of times young people just want a person to listen to. And I hope I could be that person for my kids. I know if I turn out like my parents, I'm going to be like way too forward with giving advice, and I probably just need to listen. But within that, if I can sort of think about my own life experience, I may not know the tech, but I can sort of try and understand the situation and how things are playing out, and hopefully just give some guidance that way. It may not be exactly what I dealt with, say, when I was the same age at 11, 12, 13, 14, but hopefully I'll have enough experience where I'd be like, well, hey, let's talk about what's going on and see if we can figure this out together.